Hi everyone, and welcome back to the French Times. Today is July 12th, 1790, and our biggest story is the civil constitution of the clergy. But before that, I'd like to hand it over to our weatherman, Dan.
Oh, didn't see you guys there. It's me, Dan the weatherman. Today, you think it's gonna be nice, but before you go out, think about grabbing a coat. I've got mine right here. Whew. It's gonna be stormy and unagreeable. If you think it's gonna be a nice day, you're a fool. It looks like the sun and the clouds are clashing, but the clouds are winning. So watch out for that rain. Looks like a high of 52 and a low of 40 degrees, but I'd still bring your winter coat because it's about to pour. Remember guys, stay safe of the lightning.
Thank you, Dan. Always a pleasure. And back to the story. The civil constitution of the clergy. You may be asking yourself, what is that? It's to transform the French Catholic Church to a civil religion so it is regulated by the state. Some of the reforms are election of bishops and priests so they are in line with the people, oaths of allegiance to France and not the Pope, standard pay scales to reduce overpaying of the clergy, an attendance policy to reduce absences, and they must get permission to travel outside of their designated areas. People involved in this are the National Constituent Assembly, the clergy, Louis XVI, and Pope Pius VI. It's happening in all of France, so no one is safe. It's happening because they want to reorganize the Catholic Church on a national basis. The civil constitution of the clergy was sanctioned by Louis XVI and passed by the National Constituent Assembly. We have two sides, the swearing priests, who are on board and supportive of the ideas and the oaths to France, and we have the refractory priests, who are not on board and will not swear to the oaths. Who knows what this will do to France? Later today, we will be having an interview with Pope Pius VI to see his views on this, and we will be seeing what it might do to France right after this commercial break.
Are you tired of trying to write a religious civil constitution and you just can't seem to find the right words? Well, worry no more with Civil Religious Constitution for Dummies. It's so easy, it could just fall right into your lap. Of course, look how your day gets better. You open it up, and there's tips and tricks for everything. Now you can be a pro at writing those civil religious constitutions.
Civil Religious Constitutions for Dummies includes hot tips from the National Constituent Assembly and cool ways to anger your country. You can learn how to write a constitution with a bunch of rules and anger a lot of people.
Welcome, Pope Pius VI. I'm Evan, the interviewer.
Oh, thank you, Evan. I am Pope Pius VI.
How do you feel about the civil constitution of the clergy?
Gosh, I hate it so much. I have condemned it, and I have issued an encyclo about it. I don't support it at all, and I know it's going to go wrong.
What do you say to the clergy taking the oath?
I say that they're stupid, and they should be suspended, maybe even taken out of the clergy. How dare you agree with this constitution?
What will you do now?
I'm going to ally with the enemies against France and watch myself be safe and correct forever. Thank you for having me, Evan.
Wasn't that a great interview by Evan the interviewer? And we'd like to thank Pope Pius again for being on our news show tonight. So I'd like to summarize the importance. The civil constitution of the clergy has reorganized the church entirely to fit what the French state wants, and it has changed so many rules. So far, we've seen devout Catholics leaving the French Revolution so that they can support their religion, and it has caused a major schism in the church. We don't know what will come next, but of course we'll keep you updated with anything that comes this way. Anyways, that's all for tonight, and I'd like to thank you so much for watching Channel 4 News, The French Times. I'm Paige Wade, and we'll see you tomorrow. The civil constitution of the clergy happened because Louis the 16th, also a little PS, this was the most radical change of the time, and it was the bridge between the liberal revolution and the radical revolution.